Good morning guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. It's a beautiful day in London, and so I decided for the first time in a very long time I'm gonna go out for a cycle. This it's feeling a little tighter than I remember. But yeah, I haven't been on a cycle ride since probably August with Joel last year, so this is it's going to be interesting. I'm just going to head over to Steve because I'm borrowing a lens. He's very kindly lending me one because, as you can see, I'm setting up a photo over here which I really need to get done today. So plan is finish that today and then yeah, see where the day takes us. Let's do it. I'm ready. I can't help but to stop and wonder. Okay, ready to go. I'm not gonna lie, it feels really weird to be riding a bike again. Okay, hope I've got everything. Let's do this. I'm on, okay. Beautiful. And I won't run away. I swore I'd find a path to you. I'll find a path to you. And we'll find another way. You know I pray you'll see this through. I pray you'll see this through. Somebody say, I heard it's in the path you choose, it's in the path you choose. And I won't run away, I swore I'd find it. Okay, I'm nearly home. Got the lens, got everything I need. Now I can start this photo. Epic. Down my spine, darling, let's forget what's in our past, 'cause I see a future where I call you mine. How can I make sense of what is in my eyes when all I'm seeing is these dots and lines? Well, that was hard. Whew. I've not been cycling in a long time. Okay, I'm back after my ride. It was super nice and I've got the lens. My 35mm is in for service. I wanted it cleaned before I went away. And I've got a bit of time in the UK, so I thought I would get it looked at. So now I need to create this image. Here are the props. I really want to have my V60 set in it because I think it looks awesome. I have some coffee here from Monmouth, which is pretty good. It's not the best in the world, but it's pretty good. It's a single origin from Brazil. Here it is. So this is essentially everything I'm going to use. I'm thinking of actually using these by my plans. I was planning the image on this cardboard and I'm thinking of using that as the base. And yeah. Okay, I'm all ready to go out. I'm going to meet a friend, Jenny, because we are going to try a new cafe in Balham. It's called Brother Marcus. I've heard really good things. Their Instagram looks amazing. And so, yeah, we thought we would give it a try. Sorry if I'm a little sweaty, it's super hot in London this week, like 30 degrees. So yeah, a little sweaty, a little shaky because I'm not used to holding this huge camera. But yeah, I thought I'd take you guys along, see how it is. I really hope I've left enough time. I don't know if you guys know, but the one thing I hate more than anything is being late. I'd rather be half an hour early than late, so I hope I'm not going to be late. So it's 13 minutes, should arrive at 10. Don't think I'm gonna be late. Hallelujah. Are you enjoying your cold brew?
Yes, it's super nice. I don't know what they've used, but
no, I also don't know.
It's really good. Your almond flat white was good as well.
Yeah, the space looks awesome.
So good.
What did we go for?
What have I got?
Yeah.
Sugar daddy.
I said we because I'm definitely going to try it.
Having a bite. It's like cinnamon French toast compote. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, but look,
I got like salmon and scrambled eggs.
The scrambled eggs are ridiculous. Look at the colour of those. Do you like that?
Yeah. I saw
The other day was Ned.
Bye.
See you later.
Thanks for breakfast. It was so nice. That was delicious. That was so nice. The food was amazing. Coffee was pretty good as well. Yeah, I'm a fan. You know when the food actually looks as nice as it tastes as nice as it looks? Always a good sign. Okay, now I need to go home and finish this photo, because I think today's the last day. It's been like 3 weeks, guys. It's been such a long time. But I'm really happy with it. I took it last night, so now I just need to edit it. Yeah, I'll show you when it's done. Let's go. I think this is the image. There's quite a few variations. Okay, cool. So as you guys can see, the picture's coming together. I'm just not sure whether to keep it a picture or to make it a cinemagraph. So I thought I would show you guys how I make a cinemagraph. I've never posted one before, but I've had a couple of goes. I may make this a cinemagraph. You'll have to see. I think I'm going to post this picture on Sunday. If you are interested in seeing how I create these, keep watching. If not, then you are allowed to go. I mean, you're allowed to go anyway, but you know what I mean. If you don't want to see how Cinemagraph works, I'd probably end the vlog now. But let's get on with it. So I shot it earlier. I just made sure, so it's a pouring coffee shot, I'll show you now. And I basically, as you can see, I just made sure that I held the coffee really steady so that there was very little movement in my hand and the kettle. So let's get it up now. The process will mainly take place in Photoshop, but it's easier for me if I edit the clip in Premiere. Okay, so I've got the clip. I'm going to pop that straight into my timeline, and you'll see firstly it's landscape. I'm not going to bother about that now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to the point where I'm pouring the coffee. I'm going to cut the clip there, and I'm going to try and find the smoothest part of this clip, where my hand's moving the least. So I reckon until about there. Let's take this clip. Can you see there's very little movement in my hand, and all that's really moving is that coffee pouring. So let's now edit that however you want. I'm just gonna put a very quick edit on that. Let's go to, so I normally go color correct, luminatory color, and put a go down to those curves. You can edit this in Photoshop if you'd rather. I'm just going to put a very subtle edit on that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip the image, because as you can see it's the wrong way around. So what I'm going to do is go sequence and sequence settings. I'm going to change this to 1080 and 1920, so basically flip it round. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, by the way. If you know a better way of doing it, let me know. Then I'm going to get the clip, which I've been working with. I'm going to go to effects, so I'm going to grab the clip and I'm going to go effects and rotate it 270 degrees and just scale it up. Export media. Please excuse the fact I look very hot. It is like 35 degrees today. Okay, just make sure I know where it's being saved. I'll call it Cine1, put it onto my desktop. Maybe just go match source. Okay, I'll just match source. I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to render at maximum depth and put it all the way up and give it a 2-pass. Use maximum render quality and then export it. So as soon as that's exported out of Premiere, essentially in Premiere what I've done is I've edited the picture, so or the video, just changed the colours slightly, and I've flipped it. So I flipped it so that the picture is portrait. I'm then going to export it out of Premiere, and then I'm going to import it into Photoshop. Okay, so that has now exported. I'm going to close Premiere Pro, find it on my desktop and I'm going to drag it straight into Photoshop. You'll see it's actually really simple and easy to create one of these cinemagraphs, at least it is this way. Okay, so as I dragged it in, it's gone straight into a timeline, which is exactly what I want. Okay, great. So essentially what I have my clip. I'll play it through and you can see there's a very slight movement in my hand. Now, essentially what you need to do is to make sure this is constantly looping, and it needs to work so that as you go through the image, the way it starts and the way it finishes is the exact same. Cool, so we have our one layer in the timeline. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this clip and just, you see up here, the hand is moving ever so slightly. So I'm going to cut that first section of the clip because that's where the most movement is. So if I get those scissor tool or the cut tool and I'm going to cut it there. Now I'm just going to delete that first little clip. After deleting that clip, I'm going to grab this video and I'm going to drag it down and create a copy. So now we have two identical clips, one on top of the other. What you do now is you drag the second copy, the lower one, and you put it directly at the end of that first clip. So what you're essentially having is the clip, the entire sequence is going to start and finish in the same place. So now I just drag this back slightly and let's make them both the exact same length. So what I have is I have the clip starting and finishing at the same place. What you do now is you click this little arrow next to the top video, and we go to opacity. So where this second clip starts, we're going to press on the little keyframe next to opacity. And then we're going to choose another keyframe a little later on, doesn't matter where, and we're going to press the keyframe again. Then we're going to change the opacity to 0 of that second keyframe, and then drag that to the end of the clip. So what I need to do now is I need to create a new layer, which is essentially a screen grab or an image of that top layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go Command Alt Shift E, and that's going to create a new layer. And I'm going to place that over the top, and I'm just going to shrink it in size so that it matches the video length. So when you play this through, what you're going to find is that still layer over the top is essentially covering up any of the movement. So you've just got a still image. So what I need to do is essentially erase part of that still image so that you can still see part of the image moving. So in this top layer, what you need to do is you need to come down to the right corner and make that layer a mask. So drag that onto the mask tool. And that layer is now a mask, a vector mask. We're then going to zoom right in on this image to where you want the movement in the picture to be. Once you can see that, make sure you're still clicked on the image layer, and go to your brush tool. Make sure your brush is pretty fine, fine enough so that you can be precise, and we're just going to colour in, or shall I say erase, the areas of the clip that you want the movement to be. It's okay to go over the edges because if you think about it, the background isn't moving at all. Cool, now we can zoom back out and we can actually watch that go. Now, see perfectly. That works really, really nicely. And you can really see that moving. Yeah, I really like that. And because of the length of my clip, it actually looks like it's pouring pretty fast, which is cool. Great. So if you're creating this for Instagram, it's different. You're not going to be creating it as a GIF. What you need to do is you need to save it first, because I always forget to save it. Save. And now you're going to go to File, Export, and you're just going to export, render it as a video. So let's put it onto my desktop, high quality and everything, perfect. If you can choose, that's great. Don't know why I put it C12 either. That's exporting. So now you can watch it on here. It's not going to loop on here because I'm creating it as a video and not a GIF. If you want it to loop, you're going to have to import it into Instagram, and then you can watch it on there. But as you can see, that works really well. Even got sound. I really like it. Yeah, okay, awesome. Cool, so that is all done. That is how I make a Cinemagraph. I don't know if it's the right way, but it's the way I do it. So hopefully you found that vaguely useful or vaguely helpful, and you've enjoyed this week's vlog. I'm sure I'll see you guys next week. I'm going to the Amalfi Coast next week, which is going to be amazing. So I'm definitely going to create a film there. At my friend's wedding this weekend, which is going to be amazing. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff coming up for me. Other than that, I hope you guys have all had an awesome week. It's a bit of a crazy world at the moment with so much going on. So I hope all of you guys are safe and well. And yeah, I think we just gotta be the good eggs, and things will get better. So anyway, have a good week. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and go well.